Hello, this is Japanese Economic Review Channel. Today, we will analyze Japan's tertiary industry activity for April 2026. This report provides a macro to micro view of the service sector, highlighting a significant breakout. Let's explore how both business and consumer segments drove this upward momentum. In April 2026, the Tertiary Industry Activity Index reached 106.7, marking a 1.3% month-over-month increase. This ends a 3-month pause and signals a dual-engine recovery. High-value B2B sectors and a resilient consumer base are jointly driving this growth. Looking at the 5-year context, the index clearly broke through a recent 3-month plateau. More importantly, this represents a 2.2% year-over-year growth, marking 25 consecutive months of upward movement. The foundational trajectory remains exceptionally solid. This recovery is remarkably balanced. Personal services grew 1.2% month-over-month, marking 14 months of YOE growth. Business services rose 1.0%, extending their upward YOE trend to 22 consecutive months. Both sectors rebounded simultaneously. Let's look at the drivers. Finance and insurance led with a 0.33 contribution. Information and communications and wholesale trade added 0.26 each. These B2B sectors easily absorbed the minor 0.02 drag from utilities, highlighting strong structural growth. Finance and insurance saw a massive 3.2% MOM increase. The surge was fueled by financial products and futures transaction dealers, which skyrocketed 4.9% MOM and an astounding 55.1% YOI, driven by highly active trading environments. Information and communications remains our digital backbone, growing 2.0% MOM. Information services surged 4.6%, and Internet incidental services grew 1.6%. This sector continues its multi-year compounding curve, serving as a highly insulated growth floor. Physical trade rebounded synchronously. Wholesale trade grew 2.6%, driven by a 5.8% surge in machinery and equipment. Retail trade increased 1.4%, fueled by motor vehicles jumping 9.0%, and household appliances at 4.4%. The consumer rebound is highly targeted. The living and amusement sector grew 1.7% MOM. Individual automobile maintenance surged 17.5%. Also, overseas travel spiked 22.0% MOM and 31.0% YOY. Consumers are spending on mobility and experiences. The only negative contributor was the utilities sector, declining 0.5% MOM. This was specifically due to a 0.7% drop in electricity. This drag was highly contained and reflects minor output fluctuations rather than any broad systemic weakness. Comparing sector shapes reveals diverse paths. IT shows smooth compounding, while finance exhibits volatile peaks. Business services maintain a steady stair-step recovery, and living and amusement shows a deep V-shaped recovery that is now leveling off. Our momentum matrix shows finance, IT, living, and retail in the top right quadrant, indicating strong short-term and long-term momentum. Wholesale trade enjoyed a short-term surge despite a long-term lag. The core economic engines are running hot. To synthesize, first, the upward trend remains intact. Second, B2B sectors like IT and finance provide a structural floor. Third, consumer spending is healthy, but highly targeted toward mobility and international travel experiences. Thank you for watching the Japanese Economic Review. We look forward to having you with us again.